Yes, we are back for the 100k Summer Roast, powered by PointsBet. Welcome back, boys. Joining me as always, Darcy Ballard, Luke Morgan. Darcy Ballard, how are you, brother?
Jeb, I couldn't be more excited. We've got a few days off. We've got a few big days planned, so I'm excited. Still got a pack. We've got some big itinerary that Morgs is going to go through. We've got an awesome weekend. Disneyland for a certain sort of fan. I can't wait. They're here down under. It's going to be awesome. Morgs, how are you?
I'm fucking fantastic, Darcy. You're alluding to the wrestling. We're heading over to Perth. It is Wednesday night. We usually record on a Thursday. This will still come out on Friday morning, but we're heading to Perth for SmackDown, Crown Jewel on Sunday night, pay-per-view live and Raw, all live going to the States. So it'll be live over there in the morning. It's just going to be unbelievable. I'm pumped up. I want to quickly apologise for my audio last week as well. It was an absolute nuisance. I got the headphones in and cheers.
Nice. I didn't listen, sorry. I didn't hear that.
It wasn't worth a listen.
So we're going to SmackDown on Thursday night, Perth time.
Friday night.
Friday night.
Yep.
Friday and then night. We're going to Crown Jewel on Sunday night.
Correct.
Cena's fourth last match.
Yes, fourth last appearance ever.
Fourth last appearance, and then we're going to Raw on the Monday night.
Correct, on Monday. We got Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cody. I didn't think they would bring them all out. I thought they would just bring Cena, and then you sort of bring the B squad because Cena's there. But they have bought every A-grader, as Das showed today in his video. So I'm pumped up about it.
It's actually so good. Then when we get back, we fly back on the Tuesday. Then we are going to the races on the Wednesday, and we have a special guest come with us. We're not going to reveal it on this pod yet, boys, because it's not an absolute lock, and we never reveal our special guest.
Correct.
But keep your eyes peeled. There could be some absolute stuff happening at the race next Wednesday. So that is what's going on, boys. But what is going on in the footy world? There's a heap going on. We're going to play a game of something or nothing. All right, I'm going to ask you a question. You guys got to tell me if it's something or nothing. You can go first, Morgs, then you, Das. So, something or nothing. Clayton Oliver choosing the Giants over the Pies.
Something and nothing. Something. I don't think it's a blight on the Pies. I think Clayton just wanted to get out of Melbourne, so I think it's a smart decision to go to GWS. So, I guess nothing in that regard. I'm going to go with nothing. Das?
Something, Morgs, get off the fence, get the palings out in between your butt cheeks. I 100% think it's something. You message a few of the boys. Jeff, we've been talking about it behind cameras. Everyone knows that the Pies are a sinking ship. They're on the way down, and we love that the way that he can go in there. There's a few people potentially a little bit injured coming in towards the start of the season for the Giants. He might fit in, and 100%, we look at if Jake Stringer can come out of Victoria and go to a side and actually play for majority of the year. Yes, he was injured a little bit, but this could be a resurgence for Clayton Oliver. And you think with Kingsley as coach, I think it's an awesome fit. Go there, wax on with Tom Green. He might not be there all the time, but if they can get him fit and healthy, I 100% think it's something, and I think it's a great fit for him. Jeff?
Yeah, it's definitely not nothing. It is something. Apparently he wasn't answering Craig McRae's calls, so that's something I personally would do as well. If I saw him ringing, I wouldn't answer. But that is something if you're not answering calls. Next one, something or nothing, Morgs. Zach Butters training with Carlton's development coach today. Is that something or nothing?
That is definitely something. Can I say, though, Jeff, if Craig McRae called you on the job site and said, Jeff, we've got a spot in the back pocket, are you answering the call?
Yeah, I'm answering. You know 100%. I'm answering.
With Clary, though, do you think, though, just because it's in Collingwood, don't you think he wanted to fuck off out of Victoria?
I think we're going to see more and more and more of guys playing for Gold Coast, Brisbane, Swans or GWS. Brisbane like sell the lifestyle of we are as good and professional as any club in the land, and we fuck off out of the Melbourne bubble. And we've got a good fan base up in Brisbane, but people still don't know who the fuck we are. I reckon playing for Essendon, playing for North is going to become a dying breed. Dying breed. Obviously, players, they're still going to field a team, but it's going to, that East Coast, and they're going to sell the weather, the dream, as Gold Coast get better. Petrarca's chosen to go there. Yeah, it's going to happen. Das, something or nothing. Zach Butters training with Carlton's development coach.
I was early on this. I'm like, boys, this is something. We're going to try and get a three-way trade. And then in our Blues chat now, I've got a Carlton chat, Jeb, and for everyone listening, and there's a lot of shit that goes on. This is the best time of year for a Carlton supporter because everyone's even playing field. We all think we're going to get every player. Anyway, a guy in our chat, I won't reveal who, but the guy, the development coach at Carlton, his name's Torrin Baker. So
Yep.
he used to be the coach of the Western Jets.
Yep.
And a guy I know played under him. So he messaged him straight away and he said in the group chat, "Big Tozza, surely getting him over for the baggers." And he replied, "Slow news day, brother. Just a session, mate. Sorry to disappoint." But then I said, "Can you give us some juice? Can you give us some juice on the Blues? Is there anything there?" And he said, "Jagger's going to be a top 3 player at Carlton next year. I don't know if that means he's awesome or the rest of our list is bad. So you can take that however you want."
Yeah.
And a lot of smoke around the Sam Walsh becoming captain, Jev. I just want to say there's a lot of smoke around whether Cripper, like, you know, when you hear whispers, and there's been a few people post about it, apparently Cripper's a little bit cooked. He's been the front man for so long. He was captain at a young age, and he's just worn all the arrows. He's worn them all. So I actually don't mind a little bit of a hand down. We've sort of turned over a list a little bit and just let Cripper play. So whether he holds on to it for another year, but then before handing it over, but apparently there is a lot there, which I think, and there was a lot of talk about Sam Walsh potentially moving. I think there'll be a big part of him staying. If they're like, hey, the captaincy's there for you, and then you get him and Weeder and you look after. But apparently there's nothing on the Butters train, Jev.
Nothing on Butters. I like the idea of Walsh becoming the captain. Even Walsh and Wiedering becoming co-captains like Harris Andrews and Neil. Just let Cripps be a player. Let him, I don't know if he'll get out of the leadership group, but just let him be a family man and rock up and be a professional footballer. Like, don't carry the whole of Carlton Football Club on his shoulders, because that would be fucking exhausting. Lou, you got anything on that?
I just think on the Zach Butters, I think the bloke's response, I think that could be something or nothing itself.
Yes.
I feel like that was it sounded like a direct response trying to avoid something, because I think if Butters leaves, he's going to want to look after Port Adelaide. So they have to hold all the chips. He's not, like demanding his way out. But I don't know. I just think there's a little bit more to that than what meets the eye. I think that response seemed like he had to keep his lips quiet, act normal. I don't know, something or nothing there, and we'll come back to that in a week.
Is there a way that it's a straight swap Frankie Evans for Zach Butters? Do we get him back to Port Adelaide?
So true. We'd want a pick.
Yeah, it's a great call. It's a great call. Something or nothing, Morgs. Essendon not picking up Hawthorn's calls for Zach Merritt at the moment. They just refuse to pick up the phone. The rumour is, what Tom Morris is reporting, is 8 p.m. next Wednesday, the trade deadline close. 7:30 p.m. will be the first time Essendon picks up the phone for Zach Merritt, and Hawthorn have to come with one offer and their best offer, or they're not doing it. So, something or nothing, they're just not picking up the phone right now. Do you like it, or you don't like it?
I got to start getting creative with my answers. It's something, but it should be nothing. That's the only way you should deal with this situation. That is the only way. You're happy to hold on to the piece. You've said you're holding on to the piece. And as the article said, they have to sell to the fans that we won this deal. So there's not that many deals that are going to get that done. So that's how it should be handled from the start. And it's how most deals should be handled. It should be how Carlton should be the exact same. We'll just keep our 80-goal... What is he? 3-time Coleman, 2-time Coleman medalist? Yeah. Unless you blow us our doors off. So I think it's something, because it's good to see they've got a backbone. It should be nothing though. Das.
Yeah, it's definitely that they're trying to get as much as they can for Zach Merritt. But it's funny how they talk about it. It's like he's a contracted player, he's a captain. We love him here at Essendon. We are not picking up the phone. And then when you listen when they talk about Charlie Curnow, they're like, we expect him to be at training. He's still contracted. He's expected to be there, expected to do the right thing. So I think we know whether he's on his way. And again, not sure what's happening back with the Curnow. Apparently a team hasn't actually formally given a trade. But yeah, I think Essendon are just trying not to fold, and they're trying to get as much as they can for him. Can you imagine the rift in the club already, and like how disappointed here it is? And it looks like, when we know Petrarca wanted to leave, how he made some noise, and we're like, it's going to be sort of hard for him to come back. This has been way worse. I think we can all agree. If he has to go back to the Bombers, is he just playing all year with his lip on the ground? Like, how bad is that going to be? And he's going to pretend like he's going to kick a goal and look at the crowd. Like, he does not want to be there. So I think he goes to where he wants to be. I think the Bombers are just trying to bargain a hard price. Jeff?
If he does play for the Bombers next year, is he the captain of the club?
No.
Can't be.
No.
Then he can't play for him, though. He can't just be stripped of the captaincy but still wear the red and black.
And that's why he's going to get traded.
And that's why I think as well...
Same as Oscar Allen.
I was very strong in saying it should be nothing. I also think they have to trade him. So whatever it is, that 11th hour, whatever that Friday night, whatever that deal is,
Yeah.
it has to be taken. But until then, you're playing the card that we're not trading. But I don't think he can come back.
So if Hawthorn get the chance to put one offer on the table, what is getting it done, Das? What is getting it done?
What picks do they have this year?
Pick 7 or whatever it is, pick 8.
And then they've
Where's
got
Carlton's?
Blown out too.
Then they got Carlton's first rounder as well.
Nah,
That
just
is 8.
Carlton's, yeah.
All right, so let's look. If we're talking superstars, if Lockie Schultz went for 2 first, let's start with that. So there's
Okay.
going to be 2 first.
Yep.
Jeremy Cameron was 3.
Yep.
I don't think Bombers exactly just want a heap of picks. So
Yep.
is there 2 firsts, a second, and a player? Is that what it is? Is it a 4-person trade-off? Or is it 3 firsts and like a Hustwaite or something?
Yeah, I think it has to be. They say this is a bad draft this year, and it's diluted with all the compo picks and academy picks that are going to happen and everything. I think it has to be a first in this year's draft, first in next year's draft. I think it has to be Cam McKenzie as well, and then it's either another first or it's Hustwaite.
Yeah. So it's 4 people all up.
4. It's going to be 4 players, and
Yep.
they got to call and just go, yeah, this is what we're offering, yes
So-
or no.
So let's say we know that it seems like the Bombers have the chips, and they're like, all right.
Yeah,
well,
they do.
Yeah. And then can you imagine the very last bit, and it's just Hawthorn aren't budging on that last pick. They're like, nah, it's two and Cam McKenzie.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, if the Hawks don't get their man, is what it is. But the fact that Zach Merritt has to then go back to the Bombers, the Hawks like, well, it's not our problem. Like
Yeah,
you guys
it's
have
not.
to deal with that now. Like
It's not.
It almost feels like, will the Bombers cave and just like, fuck it, go, have him.
That's why I actually,
Unbelievable. It's going to be really interesting.
in a funny way, I actually think the Hawks hold the chips because that's what I've said. They need to stand strong, but I am of the belief he cannot go back to Essendon. And if we think that, Hawthorn will know that. The player's asked out of Essendon. You're going to bring him back disgruntled. I actually think Hawthorn hold the chips because at the end of the day, even if they don't give up Zach Merritt, it's like, all right, well, we'll keep our 3 first rounders and we'll keep Cam McKenzie and we'll probably be in a prelim. You'll be dog's ass.
Yeah, you're right. But do Essendon do own Zach Merritt's contract? Like, this is what happens when you sign the 7-year deal and ask for all the money he wanted. So I think if he plays for Essendon, he's still the captain next year. I think he has to be. You can't just... It's like publicly bringing him back and then stripping him of the captaincy and then expecting him to be... They're going to resell him like, no, you're the captain of the club. We love you. We're all in on you. It's why you've got the contract. Do something this year. It can't be lip on the ground. They need to fall in love with him again. But yeah, it's a good one.
Why don't you just have him play and you have like, I don't know, Ray Romano captain?
Nick Martin, he's got an ACL for the whole year.
Oh, he does too. Fuck, he did in last
I reckon it's
game.
going to be Andrew McGrath, Quagmire. If Quagmire was my captain, I
Does he
would
look
not
like-
be inspired.
He looks like Quagmire and Mac O'Donnell.
All right, next something on nothing, boys. Charlie Curnow following the True Bloods podcast on Instagram, Morgs.
It is something, but I'm not putting a heap of stock in it. I just think it's funny. I mean, he doesn't listen to that podcast, does he? I love those boys. I listen every week, but he doesn't, does he? Does?
It is definitely something. This is a PR move. He would have been sitting there. They would have talked. It's like, what's something that we can do here that someone will eventually find? He's like, let's find a local podcast. Let's put that in. He does not listen. He does not listen. He wouldn't do his rehab, Charlie Curnow. They would say, hey, mate, do you go to the beach? He'd go for a surf. Like that's as far as it goes. He's not listening to Deebs and the boys. We love Deebs. Deebs is awesome. But he's not listening to the Swans podcast in the off season. He's going camping, he's going drinking, he's going surfing, and he's just probably looking after the missus. Jeff, he's taking his dog for a walk.
I had the exclusive on this story. Deebs reached out to me. He goes, do you want to break the story? Charlie Curnow just followed us. I'm like, yeah, fucking oath, I'll break it. So I posted. So he's already unfollowed him because of those posts. For one, he has unfollowed the boys. And no, it's because they've got a funny scale, and it's Curnow or Kern later, basically Curnow, Kern later, and they reckon it's like on full
That's
green
good.
Curnow. And it said Charlie Curnow started following you from their reel. So I think it was just a bit of a reel about Charlie Curnow coming now. And he's already unfollowed as soon as we posted it that he followed. It was quick to unfollow. So it was something. and I rated it. But now that he's unfollowed, he's probably like, fucking hell. And yeah, who knows what's been spoken about the last couple of days. What I do rate is apparently all 18 clubs are in the same building at the moment. Apparently they're all at Marvel Stadium, I think. Tom Morris and everyone, they're all there. So chats will be getting done, whether they're happening or not. I'm just so interested to know what is happening with Essendon. They've just got their door shut, locked, trying to get other deals done. Next.
Do you think, just quickly, do you think every team manager stays at Marvel for Pitbull?
When's Pitbull?
He's in like 2.5 weeks.
Smart.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Morris is sleeping under the stairs or something, sleeping in the seat to see Pitbull.
Disguise himself as a
What do I
Donnybrook.
know about Pitbull?
Something or nothing, Pitbull at Marvel.
Yeah,
That's something. Next Something or Nothing, boys. Morgs, Geelong getting fined for doing dodgy shit. Paying people.
Yeah.
They got fined $77K for paying outside of their salary cap. Something or nothing.
Something. As a Blue supporter from way back, Das, we lost, we lose 3 drafts, like not draft picks, 3 drafts, the fine, and then fucking Sauce came back. He was the one that dobbed us in. But so they've been fined $75K, so they've done something wrong. No act is worth $75K that you haven't done wrong, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So I think it's definitely something. I don't know enough about it, but it just doesn't make sense to me, Das.
Yes, some of the attention they put on stuff like fines in games for flipping the bird, and then they get amplified, and yet this is like a slap on the wrist. If you breached a payment clause and what contracts and what the salary is, that should be massive and should be spoken about. Like, these sorts of laws get spoken about, like NFL players doing PEDs. They do performance enhancings all the time, and they just get pinned for like 3 games.
Yeah.
Like it means nothing. Like I can't believe that this hasn't gotten out more. Like, what was it? Did you pay for an extra pair of boots for someone outside of his salary? Like, what was it? Like, did you buy him a couple of acres?
Yeah.
Did you get, like, how far did it go? Because if that was the law to actually come down to Geelong, which is what everyone jokes about, but if that actually happened, that genuinely fucks the league. Like, I know it's different if you can sort of pitch Gold Coast. Yes, it's nice. Weather, Sydney, I know, you're close to the beach. Geelong, I know it's, like, Geelong's all right, but it's like, all right, you get acreage, we can get you this. Like, and depends on how much it is. It's definitely something there, but I'm surprised that it hasn't gotten out exactly what it was.
Yeah, it feels, as you said, it's black or white. If you go $1 over the salary cap, you're like, you got to get punished. That's what I thought reading it straight away. But what year was it done? And then I don't know if you, like, was it 2022, the year they won the flag? Are they $250,000 over the salary cap? It's like that. If that's true, it's got to be a worse punishment. And then what I only just remembered, Liam Pickering on the agenda setters last night, how he said the buddy deal and the Swans lost their cost of living allowance and 2 drafts worth of players, or we weren't allowed to trade in players for 2 years when we did absolutely nothing wrong. We just stole Buddy from GWS when the AFL wanted to go GWS. It's like Swans did generally nothing wrong, just stole Buddy. And now Geelong have done something wrong. They've been fined $77,000. Feels like they're going to get swept under the rug. It's definitely something.
I do think though, I just love the fact that, I mean, like you said, Jeff, it probably wasn't that they were $200,000 over the salary cap. Like, it just can't be that. That would have been handled. But I am all about your club. Like, same as it's been a lot of talk about Sam Mitchell just talking to a captain, and we've heard all about that. I'm all about your club. Like, these are businesses. It's
get
like
the edge.
Go get the edge, exactly.
Yeah.
And obviously they did something that they've gone, listen, this is not worth that sort of penalty, but we're not sure you can do that and rein it in. They'll find another way to be crafty, and I love that about Geelong. We don't have time to sit on our hands. It's time to get working, and goddamn, Das, I hope Carlton do something like this. Let's get a General Pants sponsorship or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we need Dick Pratt to come back from the grave and just start handing out some Vizzy awards. But I've got one here. So with the compensation, I just want to know, questions with our notes, who's going to have a better second half of their career? So Jack Silvani goes. I believe we got pick 19 back for him, first rounder. Buddy left. The Hawks got compensation pick 20. So they got a compensation pick 20. So Silvani's in front. Who's going to have a better second half of the career? I just want to put it out there, boys. I just want to put it out there. What are your thoughts?
Sauce was on a Buddy like trajectory.
You could say that. Essentially.
Just this year.
Potentially.
I'll go Bud. I'll just go Bud by the numbers. I just
Smart.
know the numbers. I'll just go Bud. Another something or nothing, Morgs. Our man Bailey Humphrey constantly chatting to Victorian clubs. He's posted an Insta today with the song Country Road Take Me Home, John Denver. He said, I'm from Moe in his Insta. Something or nothing about Bailey's Insta post, and he's just constant chatting to Victorian clubs.
Definitely something. I just think when there's smoke, there's fire, and there is so much smoke around Bear. I don't know where it's coming from, and obviously the interest is there. I just think, I also wonder, do you think the interest gets to a point where the Suns can't ignore it? So it's like, we don't want to trade him. But now you've got 3-team deals. You've got, obviously, the Flanders got done, so it won't be involved in that. But Petrarca said he wants to come to the Suns. It just feels like it's going to get to a point that go, all right, fuck, we don't want to let Bear go, but it looks like it's going to have to, and it's going to be a win-win for everyone. That's just where it feels like it's going, Das?
I think it's nothing, boys. Obviously, he was on the pod, and we made him say, I'm from Moe. He loves the Suns, boys. He's not going anywhere. Jeff, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So apparently, like, the Suns find it disrespectful if Melbourne go, we'll just give you Petrarca for Humphrey, straight swap. They're like, no, not a chance we're doing that. They're going to try and get Petrarca another way. They're like, we're keeping Humphrey. We don't know any sourcing. I have tried to reach out to the great man, but there's no sourcing on it. But I have a feeling it might be for 12 months' time as well, of like, it'll be like, go play this year at the Suns, Bailey, but in 12 months' time, we'd like you to request a trade to Hawthorn, or we'd like you to request the trade to Melbourne, maybe. And maybe he'll do 12 more months at Gold Coast, see if he likes it, and then just be like, no, I'm keen to get out. But it's definitely not nothing that he's just chatting to every club there is. He's walking around the tan, he's having coffee with McRae, he's calling Sam Mitchell. It's not nothing, but the timeline will have to be, he will have to go to Gold Coast and request a trade. Basically, he'll have to just go up and say, I want to be traded back to Melbourne. So if that happens, that'll be huge.
If you want a good thing on the pod on that situation, Mitch Cleary was at the airport just waiting for people the other day, like just tracking flights, seeing if Petrarca was going to come in. And then he saw Clary come in, and he accidentally came in the arrival, not the departed. Or like he was meant to leave, and then Clary's like, fuck, like he just didn't want to see Mitch. Anyway, Mitch is waiting there, and then he saw Bailey. He's like, fuck's going on here? And the whole story was, apparently he stayed in Melbourne, but he went to stay at a mate's, and he was waiting for his mum to come pick him up from Moe, and then he had to wait around, and he was at the tan, and Stephen King's like, oh, if you're here, we may as well grab a coffee then, because he used to be the line coach. And he's like, it's all a bit fishy to me, but like, what are the chances he just so happened to stay at a mate's for a few days, waiting for his mum to come pick him up? But again, we haven't been told anything. I've sent him a few photos of him in the mock Carlton jerseys and said, you look great. And he's like, get out of it. I said, you look great. You look really good in them, but I think he's staying.
Jeez, on air with Bear, exclusive would be huge. Tom Morris, just today, he refuses to let the story die. Couple more something or nothing morgs.
I'm loving this.
Craig McRae's joke at the BNF, and then Collingwood coming out today and saying they're going to review the way they vote on their BNF after Nick Dacos didn't win it. Something or nothing.
Oh, fucking hell. Nothing I want to involve myself to. What about Sexy Squidward? He's gone out and won the BNF, and they've gone, something's wrong with the voting. Like I don't like this at all, Das.
There was a comment I saw, like, someone said, I refuse to believe that Craig McRae said that without knowing the results. Like,
yeah.
Can you imagine, like, if he knew and then he come out and said that, but you may as well just be Carlito, a spit in the face of people who do not want to be cool. He spat in his face. But, Jeff, I want to know, I think there was the Swans list manager. He's like, it's been a rough week for us. He's like, we've had George Hewitt win a best and fairest. We've had Darcy Cameron win a best and fairest. Jordan Dawson win a best and fairest. He's like, it's just a tough time. It's like players want to go. They want to explore their options. And it's the tough essence of it. Like, you can't keep everyone. But it shows that there's a bit of a football factory there, Jeff. Bit of a
Toby
football factory.
Nankervis came fucking second in the best and fairest of saying. Alir did well in his, yeah. There's a lot of Swans players out there. Jordan Dawson's like an all-time player, and he's just walked out on us. Oh, fuck. I'm telling you, boys, when I made, I was wrong on the call. When I made the call that Craig McRae won't win another final as Collingwood's coach, it's more, I don't think he's going to last long. I don't think the players like him. I don't think he's that liked. I think he's a flog. And I think the old dogs like him, side bottom and Pendles and stuff. He does well with them, but the young guys do not like him. Doesn't play them. It's not meshing. I don't know. I don't think he's going to last much longer. So that is my next something or nothing, Morgs. Clubs calling Nick Dacos directly. Something or nothing.
So, I was actually keen to talk about this. I was at Teddy's barbershop today. Shout out Teddy's 3094. He's in Mentone. He does a good job. He didn't do much to my hair, but he still needs a bit of work. So is Nick staying? And I was talking about clubs calling, and he goes, oh, no, he's gone. I go, where to? He goes, Tasmania. And it wasn't even something that I thought of. Obviously, we posted the Joey thing today about, obviously, it makes sense that if you were Tasmania, you'd love Nick. But he's like, Nick's going to be captain of Tasmania. It's going to be 10 years. It's going to be, or say 8 years for 20 mil. So he's going to be the highest paid player. Collingwood are going to they have those picks that they have to trade on. So he's like, it works perfectly. The AFL will be absolutely wrapped that those picks are going to Collingwood, biggest club in the land. Makes so much sense. There's rumours that, does Nick like Craig McRae? So, I just think, I don't know I also wonder as well, do you link them up? Are they calling because they've heard this Tasmania rumour? Obviously, we know Tassie's coming in, but is there a link already to Nick and Tasmania? So then clubs are going, all right, shit, we call now, we never call.
It's like you saying that. It's sort of like how Gary Ablett to Gold Coast was a done deal 15 months out. The AFL basically made it happen. It's a great call. Like, is it already a done deal? And everyone knows it. It's the worst kept secret in the AFL. So then at the Adelaide Crows getting on the phone, it's like, we'll give you 5 picks right now. 2 in this draft, 2 in the next draft, 1 in the draft after, instead of you going to Tassie. Das, your take?
Yeah, I just think, so they've got a $5 million expense in sign-on bonuses. So you go directly to that. And it's not like you're going to an expansion side like, I know Northern Territory don't have a side, but even the Giants and the Suns that aren't predominantly football towns, you go to Tasmania, they're going to fill that out every week. Like, we always thought we would love to go down if the Blues or Swans, if they play down Tassie, you won't be able to get a ticket because there's only so many tickets that it holds, and it's going to be full of Tassie people every single week. And who's not to say that he doesn't still live in Victoria? You train down there twice a week. He's got his own private jet or his own private helicopter. It's an hour, so he doesn't have to leave Victoria. He's still got his brand here. Goes over, because you don't have to live with the fucking side. You just got to get to training, go do your stuff, and then everything comes back home. So I think he's the perfect fit for it. Like, I wasn't even on my radar till we saw it, but now the more I think about it, is that not the perfect player and the perfect anchor to build your side around and for players to potentially come over? And there's a lot of chat about a lot of people would actually want to go, that were from Tasmania, would actually go play for that club to say, because I'm from Tasmania. But you get some other superstars as well. And if they're getting the treatment like Nick gets, hey, we can still live in Victoria. We can all just catch a helicopter over together. Like, it's an awesome business, and everyone would want to see Nick Dacos. And I feel he's a bit of a trailblazer, is he not? Like, you see some of the best of all time. Like, you saw Gary try and do it. It's like, I actually want to go somewhere and make a difference. Like, he's already won a flag at Collingwood. His legacy's already going to be forever. Like, you know how good he is as a player. So, yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think he's going to go there. Like, why not?
I think the signing bonus is a massive one. So as you said, Morgs, he'll be on $2 million a year for a 6-8 year deal, whatever it is. So it will be, as you said, 8 years, 16 mil, 20 mil, whatever. Then apparently he gets $3 million cash signing bonus, but they've still got more money. So then why don't they give Josh Dacos $1 million signing bonus? Bring Josh with him. That would be crazy, and we're a whole year out of when we should be talking about it. But it is bloody exciting. It is definitely not nothing. The clubs are calling Nick Dacos' management directly and going, what's going on? It's when there's smoke, there's fire. There's something fishy going on there for sure.
Teddy said as well, Jev, I just thought it was interesting because he's a Pie supporter, and the way he was saying, he wasn't dirty, but he was just matter of fact. And he goes, Josh will go too. Josh is gone. And he's like, and we won't cheer them when they come back to the G. We won't boo, but we won't cheer. And you know who took them both? It's Bucks. It's like, there's just so many layers. Like, Bucks has taken the Dacos boys out of Collingwood. Fucking Peter's fuming that he didn't win the BNF. Is that something or nothing? That he walked out and cracked the stairs like his under-12s?
Well, apparently needed to piss.
Oh. Tell them the truth, get the way of a good story.
I know. And, there's so much going on. There's so much smoke. It's like a fishy, smoky fish tent.
Smoker.
All right, something or nothing. The last one, boys. Pat Cummins potentially being out for the whole Ashes series. Something or nothing, Lou.
Seriously, something the Poms would absolutely love. They would be stoked. And obviously, I saw, who did I see? Cheats Type Media. He posted something, and I was like, I genuinely don't know if I'm happy or sad because we lose the captain. We bring in Scotty Boland. But I think, I would love them both, to be honest. And again, I think if you're England, you are absolutely stoked to miss one test. If he misses all of them, they'll be having a party, Dus.
What's he missing with? I've been
got a scan today, and he's still got his stress fracture in his back, so he's definitely out for the first test, probably the second. Some people are fearing the whole Ashes. It's only come out today, so there's a heap going on. It's something in our man Scotty Boland will play every test, but
this
you need
man,
the captain out there.
Pat Cummins, for anyone that isn't a big Test cricket fan, he's the reverse pressure valve. So when Carlton used to inject Lockie O'Brien, and it's just like, we had a bit of momentum and it's gone the other way. Every time we need a wicket, Pat Cummins finds one. He puts someone in the field, and it's not unbelievable blistering pay, and it's just on the dime every single spot. That is a huge loss if he's not there. He's so fucking good. The amount of times our top order goes to shit, and he just gets himself in. He just sees out a few balls. He's so important.
Him and Mitch Stark are always good for 23 runs sort of thing. They just come in and just, right, as soon as it's definitely saying it could be bloody sad. I reckon it's been blown up a little bit today. I don't think it'll be as bad as, I know it's stress fracture, so you don't actually know. I bet you he was like, I'm feeling good. Let's get this scanned up. I'm ready to start training. They're like, it's still there. So they're going to take off the load for a little bit, and then he'll ramp up. I reckon he'll play. But
do you know how old is he?
He's like 2 years older than that. Yeah, he's like 33, isn't he? 32.
I was just going to say, is this because he's had a big fucking schedule? If you look at his last 4 years, they've pretty much won everything. Absolutely everything. I was going to say, he's probably still going to be captain for ages. I was just going to say, is this, if he is getting injured, like his last big one, like the Ashes in Australia, and then he can start to wind down? Because it feels like he's been on for like 5 years straight. Like just carrying side.
Turned down 20 mil in the IPL as well to play Test cricket.
Oh, and he'll make that back in Rexona sponsorship.
And a bit of super boost.
Nice.
No worries.
That is it for something or nothing. What a hit! That was a hit segment.
That was awesome. That was great.
There's two more things here, boys. So Oscar Allen gets to the Lions. Eagles get picked 2. Is Oscar Allen overrated or underrated, Morgs?
So overrated.
He's overrated?
I don't think it's about him. I think it's about the system. He's not worth pick 2, is he? Or is he? I don't know. Am I wrong?
No,
it's
he's
compensation.
not.
Yeah, but so me and Jev had this. If you go back, if you listen, ages ago, we drafted our own players. I think it was 2 years ago, and this is the original Norton and Chol. So I had Norton, and Jev had Oscar Allen. Jev's like, perfect, you left me Oscar Allen. And then Norton was playing shit. And then Oscar Allen was doing good. Then Oscar Allen got injured. Then Norton played well. And we sort of left it at the side. So I'm interested to hear Jev first of all, because you're always like, in a good side, he could be anything. But I feel you're not sure, you don't like exactly how he's been acting. Where do you sit on it first? Then I'll give mine.
So that was the next question I wrote down. I want you guys to predict his season next year. Like predict how he'll play, how many goals he'll kick and stuff. So I still like him. I think he can play. I think West Coast just hung him out to dry last year. Remember when he was playing full back? I think he's going to be bloody good. You think how sort of bang on average / overrated Joe Danaher was before as he left Essendon? They were bloody left, but they're like, he's all right. He's injury plagued. He's hit and miss. He's inconsistent. I reckon Oscar Allen with that midfield and stuff, I can nearly guarantee he'll kick 45 plus goals next year. I want to say, I just can't say 50. He'll kick over 40. I want to land on 50. Morgs, what would you say his season will be?
Yeah, I was going to say 40s. Which I suppose is great. If you're Brisbane and you've got him for what you could afford, then why not? Why fucking not?
Yeah, if we're going games, I'm trying to think. So he's an automatic. He's in the side. Eric Hipwood's not. Ty Gallup probably might get pushed out, and then you play Logan Morris. So there's plenty of goals to be kicked there, and I think they're really going to get their edge back at the Gabba, where they're going to start smacking sides. So they've got a few more of these young kids. So I would, if the line's 45.5, Jev, I would go over, definitely. Again, are they going to make him the one? You almost play him up the ground. Actually, Logan Morris is kicking up the ground. He's unbelievable. So maybe you float him up and down. I just feel, it's a good combo. It's a good combo. Neither of them are like really stay-at-home full forwards. They can sort of move, and that's why Brisbane is so good. They can just fucking prancy around.
I know we might get sick of them, but they're going to be fascinating to watch again next year. Like Lachie Neale sort of towards the end. Hugh McCluggage is now an All-Australian. They add Oscar Allen. They add Sam Draper. They're going to be, and like Will Ashcroft becomes a pyramid player in the comp. Levi's got another year. They are going to be must-watch TV next year. Put them on Friday, Thursday night at the Gabba as much as you want. We will be watching.
The big one for them, and has to go into the midfield more, Zach Bailey. He's the one, if you've got all these guys on this money, we saw it enough. Let Lachie Neale just, I don't know, take a little bit more of a reserve role. Almost, I guess, what Geelong were able to do with Danger a little bit. And then you try and get him in there for the big games where you have to. Let Zach Bailey off the leash. He's awesome. He's so good.
So this is another quick question without notice that I was just thinking about today. So while Gold Coast and GWS were coming into the league and diluting the draft, Hawthorn went on a three-peat. They lost 2012, then they won 13, 14, 15. So they were like zigging, well, I suppose, like they saw it coming. They're like, the draft's going to be fucked. We'll get Brian Lake and Josh Gibson and this bloke and that bloke. And they won 3 in a row. If you had to predict right now, who is the most likely to go on a three-peat when Tassie come in 27, 28, 29, just off the top of your head, Lou, if you had any thought, who would you go?
Any thought is probably the Gold Coast, only because I'm adding 2 years. I just can't think of another team. Brisbane now, obviously, but yeah, Gold. Yep. But again, I think that's probably slightly too high on Gold Coast. So hopefully you guys have one that I go, yeah, that's the one.
No, I have no idea. I love that call. I didn't think Gold Coast. I love that.
You got the teams that are like that mid 23, 24-year-old age that if they get a player here or there, like Hawthorn were good, and then they get Brian Lake. They get Josh Gibson in late. So guys that can just add a few pieces. Freo look like that sort of side. Again, we haven't seen them win, but over there could become a fortress. They've got a pretty healthy, good-looking list. And again, they can just add a couple of pieces here or there. Like they flung out on Murphy Reid with like pick 17. They can get a couple of like good young draft picks. I don't know about Adelaide. Same thing. Why can't Brisbane just keep going? Why can't they just keep rolling it out for another 3 years? Interesting, but yeah, Morgs also like that Gold Coast one as well. Yeah, you want that medium mature list. Like, do you almost look at Hawthorn like that? So they've secured their back line for another couple of years. They've got their midfield, and then they've sort of got that pseudo forward. So it depends on who they're going to take out for Gunston because they need a replacement there. It's definitely not going to be Mitch Lewis or Chol long term. So some question marks there. But yeah, if you definitely look at Freo's depth, Gold Coast and Brisbane, those three look like to be awesome suitors. Because Geelong aren't, because they're missing the 8 next year.
Oh, I love that. So I just like thinking of the teams I watched this year and adding 3 years. So I thought of the Tigers straight away. Like, have they nailed this draft as much as maybe we think they've nailed their draft? It's like, are they going to be that good? They're going to have another good draft hand this year. It's like, can they be ready to go when Tassie coming in and be happy not to draft, have 100,000 members again and start bringing in free agents? Like, you know, I don't know who the free agent would be at this stage, but guys like Harley Reid might go to the Tigers in 2 years sort of thing. And the other one was, could North Melbourne, could Sheasel and Wardlaw and these young, like this young Dersma sort of number go? I can't see it either. I don't think they're going to win a premiership in our lifetime as well. But they're the two. Like, Freo I loved, Gold Coast I loved, for sure, Lou.
If you think about Gold Coast, like they are light years ahead of North. Like light years. Like they weren't ready to win it this year. But in 2 years, they are absolutely primed. Like North are not even. North are 2 years away from being 2 years away.
Yeah,
And they have been for 12 years.
They have been forever. No, they are crap. There's a lot of pod to go this summer. And I've got some takes about Alistair Clarkson that I will save for other takes. So, boys, one last one before we get into some NFL. So, Stephen May failed his medical at Collingwood, right? Apparently, the doctor told him he needs to stop eating McDonald's. And he's like, "You are kidding me." The doctor's like,
"That's true."
Seriously, he's like, "Seriously, Stephen, put the Big Mac down. I'm trying to do the medical." He's like, he just can't get it off.
This can't be true. Did the McGriddle get a hold of him? I mean, it's got us all. The McCrispier is that crispy. It failed his medical.
The McSpicy. Nah, Stephen May. Is there anywhere you can see him playing next year?
Well, my initial thought was, does Bevo reach out and try and get him at the Dogs? Like, do they just try and get him for a year? Liam Jones, they didn't offer him another contract. Yes, he's an older player, but depends on what they want to do there. Or do the Dogs just bite the bullet and just play Norton back? You got Darcy, you got that young Croft up forward. Like, what do you do? You've got all these high flyers and he can read the ball really well. Croft's played in the last game, played in the VFL Grand Final. I watched that game against Southport. He's got, no pun intended, so much dog on him. He flies, he goes for it. And for a kid like that, you just want to let him play there and let him go. You feel Norton's got the maturity to go back. If he wants to eat his ego a little bit and just be like, fuck, I actually might be able to help the team back there. But at least explore that. Like, if you got him and then you got May there, I don't know, maybe that's a fit for him. And if you're Stephen May, I think we all still feel the Dogs can still go this way. If Butters does come, they've still got a very attractive midfield. I'm not sure who else can afford him, to be honest. I know the Dogs have a bit of money, but I don't know.
Is he contracted?
I think they said he's
I-
going to play for Melbourne next year if he doesn't get anywhere.
So I got a little bit of dirty mail, which I sort of I don't know whether it's mail or not.
Yes.
Which is why I say it. But that's why I asked whether he's under contract or not. I think it might have something to do with the price. Apparently, it might be a little bit of dirty pull from the Pies. So you make him look less attractive. He's just maybe he had a migraine and they've gone, sorry, Chief.
The Pies don't want to pay. They don't want to pay what the contract is right now. They'll pay half of what it is. I like
tomato, Ray
I
Romano.
don't know where you got your mail from as well. Nah, the Dogs feels like he runs like he's got a stone in his boot. So he just trails and blames the midfield. I don't know. The Dogs
stone boot.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all the AFL. That's 42 minutes on AFL. I can't believe it.
Awesome.
So let's do a bit of NFL quickly. So, Morgs, we put on a 100K multi. We sent it to the Discord, sent it to the Patreon. We posted on the Insta. We posted it to our 3x3 on the Insta. We went zipping 3 unbelievably, but you tipped AJ Barner to have a touchdown at 6-1, which we did back. That was our only fucking winner. How did the 100K go, Morgs?
So I first glance, I'm like, that's a ripping bet. 10 from 20, so 69%, so not too bad. I'll give you our good legs. We had Derek Henry to score, Nick Chubb for 35, he had 61. Bo Nick's over 20.5 rushing yard. Wait, is this the 100K, Jeff?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. Amika Egbuka to score, great leg. Gibbs to score. Laporta for 20, he had 92, he had it 4 times stars. Montgomery for 35, rushing, he had 65. Drake May, 175 passing, he had 273 and a dub. And then Pacheco for 20 yards, he had 36. Our bad legs, and there was 10 of them. We had A-Chain for 50 yards, he only had 16. Derek Henry over 85.5. We went that Texans line.
We're snipping Derek Henry's too old.
Scored, but only had 33. Breece Hall, anytime, he snipped as well. Jalen Hurts, we thought he might get a tush push. He lost and didn't score. We had the Giants money line against the Saints. They got Spencer Rattler. Trey McBride to score, no Trey. What else we have? Amon-Ra to score. No, that's a bit stiff there. I'd have that bet again. They covered the line 10.5. And then Drake May, it says he didn't score a passing touchdown, which is stiff. So, yeah, I thought he did as well. It just happens, and then Buffalo we had head-to-head. So some good bets, some good bets there.
Some good investments.
What I've learned, we didn't have enough player props in there. So like we spoke about it, we targeted that Detroit game and then we only went Laporta 20. Let's make that Gibbs to score, Amon-Ra to score, Laporta for 50, Goff for 250, and Detroit to cover the line. That's the game we're targeting. The Giants, that was my emotions getting the better of me. The Giants dogged it. Ibuka was a great leg, Das. Bo Nix is over. Rushing was a great leg. We had some good legs in there. Real good legs in there. Just a couple of stiff ones. So looking at the NFL slate early, I don't know if you guys had a look at all. Have you got anyone? I'll go first because I know one and I want to say it first. So I've just listened to a few gambling shows and stuff today. They reckon the Pittsburgh Steelers minus 5.5 at home against the Cleveland Browns, as the Cleveland Browns have traded Joe Flacco today. They're flying back from London with a rookie quarterback. So they're going to have Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders on a short week, go and play the Steelers after the Steelers have had a bye in Pittsburgh. TJ Watt's done bugger all this year, and the Steelers are 5.5-point favourites. Apparently, it is the must bet of the millennium, Das.
Wow.
Steelers minus 5.5 over the Browns. And I love the Browns defense. They keep games close.
Yep.
Like, they are legit. They're a quarterback away from being real good, but apparently you just have to take Steelers minus 5.5. It's only 5.5, but you just have to.
I like it.
Morgs, you got one?
Well, I heard the same thing today, Jeff. I just think 100K, if you're talking 100K, you just have to take the $1.40. Divisional game, 5.5. If it was $1.20, it's go, no, you take the line. I just think $1.40 is too good. I could easily see the Browns losing, Browns losing by 4, Gabriel airs one out late, or, I just think that's the $1.40 is the play, Das.
Yeah, no, well, you boys have sold me on it. And I just feel the week off, the vets, Jalen Ramsey, they're going to be licking their lips. They're going to be like, I hope Shedeur starts. I hope Dylan Gabriel, one of them. And I'm just going to pick one off and just run straight through them and take it to the house. I went through, the favourites had a bit of a rough week, Jeff. The books cleaned up.
There was 6 games that were double-digit leads that team lost. 6 games.
So you could agree that we technically were right because we're seeing the board well.
Okay.
Up by 2 score. Hey, Philadelphia are up by 21-3 and lost.
Yeah.
I went to take a piss. I come back. We lost. Bo Nix just started running right. So tell me the loser in this, boys. Is pay $17.
No, I like this.
Indianapolis to beat Arizona.
Yep.
Tampa to beat San Francisco at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rams to beat Baltimore.
Yeah, that's a lock.
Dallas to beat Carolina.
Oh, I don't love it, but yeah, it's a lock. No, it's not a lock. Bryce Young, when he's down and retarded, he turns into
Dallas
Tom Brady.
to beat Carolina, Jev. Stay with me now. Chargers to beat Miami.
No.
Bills to beat Atlanta.
Should.
Yes.
And then Patriots minus 3.5 over the Saints. Don't drink the Spencer Rattler Kool-Aid for 1 week. I'm telling you, Drake May spins it. That gets you $17.
You've dead set missed the 2 gimmies on that board. Philly to beat Giants is Thursday Night Football. Friday. That
Too early.
is a lock.
I didn't want it. And what was the other one?
Denver is the early game in London against the Jets. They're going to give the Jets the business.
Again?
Yep.
Denver are very good in America. The Jets are okay overseas. I didn't want to touch it.
They're not. They just play overseas a lot. They're not good, though.
Denver.
Can I piggyback on both of you? It is a genuine get-right week. So piggyback on what you said, Jev. Philly they pummel the Giants after that loss. The business.
It'll be Saquon's first 100-yard game of the season.
Yes.
He'll have 2 TDs, 120 yards. They'll belt to asses this year.
And I also think AJ Brown will get some love as well. I think they'll just force feed him.
I think, off what you said, Jev, I think we need to look at, if the Rams win games, sometimes not everyone gets a lick of the ice cream. Teams that do get a lick of the ice cream, Detroit.
Yeah, they lick.
What are some other teams? This is a Philly week. This is where almost like Super Bowl, it's like Smith scores one. As you said, Saquon goes off against the
AJ
old
Brown
team.
scores one.
Hurts runs in for a couple.
Yep.
What are some other
legit.
teams that we can look at that absolutely get everything out of who
Green
gets
Green Bay off a bye playing the Cincinnati Bengals in Green Bay.
I like it.
Oh, baby.
Is AJ Dillon 2 touchdown sort of territory? He could score 2. Montgomery and Gibbs gave Cincinnati the business.
How good is Monty?
Yes. So that could be AJ Brown 2. Cincy. So it was so funny when he got Joe Flacco got traded to Cincinnati, and Ty Schmidt, who's a mad Green Bay supporter, was like, goddamn, he beat us with the Browns last week, and he's going to come and beat us again with the Bengals. So he's nervous. All of a sudden, I don't mind that plus 14.5, those Cincy points. I just don't trust Jordan Love that much. I wouldn't take Green Bay minus 14.5. Let me just put it that way. I just like him to win. I like everyone to score. Another one, people reckon Detroit might give Kansas City the business.
Yeah,
they might run it all over them. That's Gibbs and Montgomery again. And there's one more game to target.
I do think Kansas are coming though. They look good, I reckon.
I like Kansas. I like Kansas a lot. Like him to win the AFC. But I think Detroit will be a good matchup. The other one, the Rams and Baltimore. Just looking at this game. So this is in Baltimore. The last time you played there, Dust, remember you lost on that kick return touchdown? Mm-hmm. You played well, it went to overtime, you punted them the ball in overtime, they returned it for a touchdown. It was the stiffest loss ever. No Lamar, injured defense, injured offensive line, but you can get 7.5 points for the Ravens at home. The Rams don't blow out teams. Like, you barely blow out teams. You can win games, but you barely blow out. Morgs, what side would you lean? Would you take Baltimore with 7.5 points in Baltimore after they've been embarrassed? Or is it, I like the Rams to win at $1.27, don't get me wrong, but points-wise.
Yeah, I don't like the game. I don't like the 7. I would just take the money line. There's games I like the lines and there's games I don't.
If, Dash, you obviously like the Rams, you like the Rams to win. If the cornerbacks of Baltimore are still injured, like apparently they are, Puka Nacua, 10 catches, 100 yards, touchdown. They get him the ball. They scheme him up the ball. He could eat. Devontae Adams could get involved. Apparently they don't. Blake Corum and Kyron Williams are in the doghouse because they keep fumbling. So it'll be Staff, Puka, Devontae.
So you know Aaron Rodgers when he does the fake handoff and it's poetry in motion and he gets the cameraman sometimes. So apparently they've been working on Stafford comes out with one hand and a roll of tape. And he quickly goes up to Kyron Williams and tapes it up so he doesn't drop the ball anymore. You can't be dropping the ball twice in a game. And then high-stepping it like Deion Sanders into the end zone like prime time. No. Let's get you some grippier gloves. Hold on to the ball. We need ball security. That just loses your games. Like, we could have gone up in the division. Also, I just want to know, when are we going to start betting on Travis Hunter?
Yep.
He's going to score soon.
I thought that last drive, I'm like, he's going to throw it to Travis Hunter and the internet's going to explode.
Yeah.
Is this the week?
That game was awesome.
I got a quick little bet for you. So we'll obviously give our 100K legs. There's no touchdown out there. It's obviously Wednesday night. It'll come out Friday. It'll be in the Discord again. But that quick favourites get right. So $2.28 you get for this. Eagles, Broncos, Bills. Like, that just wins.
Yeah.
So if you need money for Tuesday, that just wins. Last week, I wanted to sweat the Titans with yous, and we didn't, and it was a good call. We went back with our head.
Thank you.
They won. Right? 14.5 for the Bengals is too many. There will be a bump. Joe Flacco will not learn the whole offense. He'll learn 6 plays, and he has Jamar Chase. They will backdoor the 14.5.
So pick your own spread, Lou. You love $1.40 range, don't you?
Love $1.40 range.
I can get $1.36 for 21.5 Cincy Bengals.
Gobble. That's on Gobble Watch.
Oh, you like it, Das? Would you touch that, or you think Green Bay could give him the belt?
I think Green Bay can give him the belt.
I really like the idea of AJ Dillon to score 2, boys. I think that's going in the 100K. I reckon he's going to run it down their throat.
Is Josh Jacobs playing?
No, that's who I'm talking about. Josh Jacobs. Yes, Josh Jacobs scored 2. Josh Jacobs scored 2, not AJ Dillon. Sorry.
No, I like that as well. No, I thought you might have some mail.
He scored 13 games in a row, and then he missed one against Dallas. And now he's going to come back, and they're like, why the fuck are we throwing the ball so much? You hand it off to Josh Jacobs, and then let's play defense. That's why we got Micah Parsons. Run the ball in defense, Lewis.
Again,
Jacobs 2 into 14.5. Take it, leave it, sweat it.
Let's think about this realistically. The line's 14.5. How many points can the Packers put up at home off a bye?
They just put up 40 in Dallas.
How many are they putting up?
I'll go 30.
So will Cincy be able to score 15 points?
Yep.
Well, with fit Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, they will. They just got 25 on Detroit. Just Detroit scored 35.
Flacco's not coming in to check down. Flacco is not coming in to check down.
Why aren't teams going after Jameis Winston?
I know. I don't know.
If you're a franchise that's not exciting, go get him in. He'll give you 30 tuds, 30 picks, and 5,000 yards. That's what Jabu does.
He's dumb. Is it
Too so close to Bowatch?
Is it too early to speak about the NBA? We're 2 weeks out. Do we do it next week? I just want your predictions: East, West, winner, finals, all this. I know, Das. I should write down your predictions right now. I know who you're going to have in the finals. Morgs, I think I know who you're going to say is going to win the West, win the East, play in the finals. So I'm going to just make sure I don't pick any of the 4 teams you two pick, and I'm trying to come up with my own.
Let's do it next week. So you've given us time. We'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me, though, who did you think I was going to take for the East?
For the East, I think you're going to take the New York Knicks. So you're going to give your final 2 remaining in the East, your final 2 remaining in the West, into your finals matchup, into your finals winner next week. Das, I know yours already. We can save the pod next week. I know who you're going to say, but let's tease it. and more, I have a feeling I know who you're going to say.
Can I read out Das's Here Comes the Money this week?
Go.
Okay.
Bills, Dallas, the
Philly.
Tampa Pats,
Philly.
and Philly.
Rams, 200 yards. Boys, the whole reason, we're going tomorrow to the WWE. So I've got 4 markets here on PointsBet. We're going to make some more. We're going to make some future bets. Head-to-head at the moment, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes. Jev, where do you feel it? So I won't tell you the odds.
Yeah. This is more for Morgs. Morgs will know so much more. I feel it's going to be no result. Just off the top of my head, I don't think there will be a pinfall. I think there'll be a disqualification or something. Someone gets involved.
Yep.
So
That might be cash back. Morgs?
Oh, I just think, you take the odds. I reckon this will be a schmoz. I reckon there'll be people everywhere in the finish. So you just take the favourite and see what happens.
So
you take the roughie. The roughie, sorry.
take the
Yeah,
roughie.
so Cody Rhodes, $3.75.
Okay.
Yep.
Seth Rollins, $1.25. I love that. But this is the one that we want. There is not a way in the world that AJ Styles gets over.
Pins
in
John
Australia.
Cena in Perth.
$4 AJ Styles. John Cena's $1.22. Now, the last time I said $1.22 was the biggest lock of our lives, Jeb. That's when we loaded up on Gold Coast to manhandle North Melbourne, and Larky comes out, kicks 8 goals. They don't get Harley Reid. That was the last time I was this sure on $1.20 leg. But John Cena, with all the fans, you've got to give back to the people. Lose again in America. You come to Australia. It's going to be an awesome match. And he'll stand there.
He'll close the show.
Jeb.
He'll bow to the crowd. It's the last time in Australia. 100%. He is winning. So this is what we love about working with PointsBet. We're going to get some multis of Cena into Australia to win the Ashes.
Yes.
Maybe Jagger Smith to win the Rising Star next year. We're going to try nut something out with PointsBet, but Cena has to be the anchoring leg. He is winning. Who else? What are the Rhea Ripley odds?
Yeah, so this is one. There is a few females that put a Pringles can in my pants. And Rhea Ripley's one of them. So she gets me excited, Rhea. So I believe she's still yet to beat Io Sky in a main event. It's just so bogey. She just can't get over the top.
Right.
They're together in a tag team. So they're called Rio. It's $1.15, Dev. She's Australian. They're not losing. They're versing the Kabuki Warriors. I've never heard of them. Yusaki and
We're
Shura
talking
Snake.
wrestling form. Is this on StatMate?
No,
I'm in.
I'll watch. And
Oh,
Io Sky's
fuck.
Rhea
awesome.
Ripley just wins in Australia, doesn't she?
Oh, you'd think so. You'd
It's
think so.
$1.15. Her
Yep.
into Cena into first test of the Ashes in Perth.
Yeah, I love it.
So good.
I love it so
Take
much.
it MVP.
That is basically an hour, lads. Let's chuck a bowl
Oh,
on this.
boy.
It's been
Oh.
good. It's
Awesome.
been good. Summer roast.
So good, Jeff.
That was awesome. Well done, boys.
Happy with it? All right, so we're going
See-
to... So it's 10:30 on Wednesday night. Our
need a
flight is 6:30 a.m. from Melbourne. In about legit 8 hours we fly out. We're going to get to bed.
Yep.
I need
No, I appreciate this.
That was good.
Great
boys.
segment, Jeff. Something or nothing. This show was something.
Definitely wasn't nothing. Hang it up. It's been an hour. Get rid of it. Right, bud.
Adios.
What are you prepared to lose today? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.